having combinations, and this will be our objective for this afternoon, to find the sample space using combination. Now, let's have a review first about permutation. We have started with the different counting principles, and we have finished permutation already. Permutation is an arrangement of objects in a specific order. Take note, order matters in permutation. With replacement, once an event occurs, it can occur again. Like example, rolling a die is an example of an event with replacement. Without replacement, an event that cannot repeat. Like for example, if you're gonna play cards, if you're gonna be getting, example, an ace of heart, then you will not return the card. You will not be getting the card again. That is without replacement. Permutation with replacement, you simply make use of powers. This was our formula. That's n raised to r. Permutation without replacement, this was our formula. The permutation of n taken r at a time is equal to n factorial all over n minus r factorial. So you have it there. N is the number of objects. R is how many that you need. So what if you're like having distinguishable permutation, like permutation of identical objects? You still remember this? Katong mga letters of the word Mississippi. So you N there is the total number of letters. Then the K there is how many lang repeat the letter S, letter I, and letter P. So that will be your denominator. Circular permutation, in which objects are arranged in a circle. Ang kining sa tao, this will be our formula. Na kung mag-bracelet na ta, i-over 2 na siya nato. Mag-minus 1 ta sa bracelet kung walay lock or walay ing ani. But if like ing ani siya, that's n factorial over 2 right away. Okay? Now, let's begin with our lesson about combination. So, let's compare A, B, C, D. Let's find permutations of 2 letters and combinations of 2 letters. Look at the difference here para you will distinguish, mao di ay ni ang kalahian sa permutation o sa combination. Permutations of 2. We have AB, CA, AC, CB, AD, CD, BA, DA, BC, DB, BD, and DC. Those are the different permutations of 2. Look at the combination. AB, AC, AD, BC, BD, CD. Those are the only combinations. What have you noticed here, Section Galileo? What have you noticed between the list of permutations and combinations? Look at the permutation section, Galileo. AB is different from BA. They mean different things. But in combination, kanang AB, the same rana sa BA. They mean the same thing. That's why this is counted as one only. The same thing with AC and CA. This is the same sa CAAC. The same as AD and DA. The same rana siya ni DA sa combination. So mo ni difference sa duha. Sa permutation, order matters because AB is different from BA. But when it comes to combination, order does not matter at all because AB is the same as BA. They mean the same thing. Is that clear, Section Galileo?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So take note ha, maunay difference sa permutation o sa combination. There you go. And that's it for combination. Okay? Now, let's go to the definition first. When different orderings of the same items are counted separately, we we have a permutation problem. But if different orderings of the same items are not counted separately, meaning they just mean the same, it is a combination problem. A combination is a selection. Take note, I am using the word selection. Ganiha, ang permutation last week, it talks about arrangement. Again, permutation talks about arrangement, while combination talks about selection of n objects without regard to order. Order does not matter for combination. Okay? Now, let's have this one. As you can see on your screen right now, natay calculator, that is just a screenshot. This will be our Moni gamito na ko karon sa combination. We are done already with permutation. We are also done with the n factorial. Okay? Now, this will be our formula. The combination of n taken r at a time is simply n factorial all over n minus r factorial times r factorial. Again, this is our combination formula. This one. But since we will be using a calculator, you will simply input, like example, if you have your calculator with you, kindly compute the combination of, for a while ha, the combination of 8 taken 6 at a time. Please use your calculator. What's the answer for this? What's the answer for this? The combination of 8 taken 6 at a time? Use your calculator. 28. That's totally right. Now, if I'm going to show the solution, this will be the solution. I have 8 factorial all over. This is 8 minus 6 factorial times r, that's 6 factorial. So I'm going to be having 8 factorial all over 2 factorial for 8 minus 6 and 6 factorial. So to solve this, we have 8 times 7 times 6 factorial. I will stop with that because I will be canceling that over kining a 6 factorial. And then I'm gonna simplify 2 factorial. So makancel na ni siya. And you can cancel this out. This is 4. 4 times 7 mo nang 28 ang ato ang combination of 8 taken 6 at a time. Okay? Now, let's have word problems now. How many combinations of 4 objects are there taken 2 at a time? So this is simply the combination of 4 taken 2 at a time. Or use your calculator, please. What is the combination of 4 taken 2 at a time?
Manggubat, sir.
Yes, manggubat. How much is it?
6.
6. Let me show the solution para makabalo lang tagyon sa pag-solve. So we have 4 factorial all over 4 minus 2 factorial over 2 factorial. So I'm going to have 4 times 3 times 2 factorial all over. This is 2 times 1 times 2 factorial. This is simply 2 factorial. I simplify this 2 times 1. Cancel. Then makancel ni siya. Mahimo ng 2. 2 times 3. That will give us 6. Again, let's use a calculator in solving for the combination of this. Let's have another problem. To survey opinions of customers at local malls, a researcher decides to select 5 from 12. How many ways can this be done? So take note, I'm using the word select. So this is a combination problem. The combination of 12 persons taken 5 at a time. So what's the answer for this? Any volunteer?
Manggubat, sir.
Yes, go on, manggubat.
792.
792 is the answer. This is totally right. Okay, let's have another problem. A bike shop owner has 11 mountain bikes in the showroom. He wishes to select 5 to display at a show. How many ways can a group of 5 be selected? So this is the combination of how many bikes are there in the show? I mean in his shop?
11.
11. And how many bikes are he gonna display?
5.
5. Oh, what's the combination of 11 taken 5 at a time?
462.
462 is the answer for this problem. Okay? Let's have another problem. Okay? In a club, there are 7 women and 5 men. A committee of 5 women and 2 men are to be chosen. How many different possibilities are there? So take note, dapat ang committee na ay 3 women and na ay 2 men. Now, my question is, pila ka buk babay tanan in the club? How many women are there in the club?
7.
Okay, so I'm gonna be using mag-una ta sa women. The combination of 7 taken 3 at a time. 7 ka babay. I'm gonna be choosing 7. Sa 7 ko ka women, niya tulo na kabuk akong kwaon nila. That's why I have this, the combination of 7 taken 3 at a time. Now for the men, the combination, how many men are there in the club?
5.
5. And how
sir.
many men are to be chosen?
2, sir.
2. Okay.
2, sir.
Now, look at the connector. It's an AND. O sige to atong gamiton basta AND. Is it plus or is it times?
Times.
Okay, very good. Because of the connector and ako di inining i-multiply ang result sa combination sa women ug ang combination sa men. Now, what is the combination of 7 taken 3 at a time?
35.
35. What about the combination of 5 taken 2 at a time for the men?
10.
10. Multiplying 35 and 10, how much do we get?
350, sir.
Therefore, there will be 350 different possibilities. Okay? Sir, what about, sir? Ako na lang diretsyon, sir. Like, i-add na ko 7 og 5. 12. Na combination. 3 og 2, 5. Dili na siya pwede. Nga naman, gispecify man ang women pila ka buok. Gispecify po pila ka men. So that's why we need to separate the combination for the women and the combination for the men. Okay? Now, if it's not indicated kung pila ka girls or pila ka boys ang kuhaon, then you can do it. Let's have another problem. In a club, there are 10 girls and 8 boys. A committee of 6 girls and 4 boys is to be chosen. So let's start with the girls first. How many girls are there in all?
10.
10. And how many girls is to be chosen? 6. So kining 10 ug ang 6 i-partner for the girls. Let's have the boys. Combination of how many boys?
8.
8. And how many boys are to be chosen?
4.
4. Okay. Use your calculator, please. I'm using times there because you're having the connector and. 10 combination 6. How much is that?
210.
210.
210.
Correct. Times. What about 8 combination 4?
70, sir.
70. Now, what is 70 times 210?
14,700, sir. 700.
There you have it. 14,700. Mao ni number of possibilities nga mga mabuhat nato. Okay? Let's have another problem. Here. In a club, there are 8 women and 7 men. A committee of 4 members is to be chosen. How many different possibilities are there if the committee must be all men and all women? So meaning, ang first na kong buhaton is all men. Sunod, all women. Sorry. Women. So let's start with all men. Pila ka book men tanan?
7, sir.
7. And how many members are there sa committee?
4, sir.
4. Okay. What about the women? How many women are there in the club?
8,
There are 8. And how many man ang committee nga members?
4, sir.
4 again. So take note, all men, upat ka book men from 7 men. Upat ka book women from the 8 women. So this is one committee, this is another committee. Now, pila maning 7 combination 4?
35, sir.
35. Okay. What about 8 combination 4?
70, sir.
70. Now, my question. Are you going to multiply 35 and 70 or what are you going to do with 35 and 70?
Add, sir.
Add. Why add? Because of the connector?
Or, sir.
Or. So take note, ang
Or.
or means addition. So how much is our result?
105.
105. Oh, this answers the question. There are 105 different possibilities for the committee. Okay? There you go. Now let's have another. Let's have another one. In a club with 3 women and 5 men, select a committee of 5 members. At least 3 women. When I say at least 3 women, it means what? What do you mean by that, Section Galileo? What do you mean by the word at least? Does it mean nga pwedeng 3 women, pwedeng 4 women, pwedeng or more? Does it mean like that?
Equals 3 or more, sir.
Pwede siya at least pinakagamay 3. So pwede 3 or more. So when I say at least, from the word at least 3 women, it means 3 or more women. Mo man ang meaning sa at least. It means 3 or more women. Okay? So if I'm gonna start with 3 women, how many men are there in the committee? If the committee will consist of 5 members, if I'm gonna start with 3 women, mag-start ko sa 3 ka women. Pila man kabuklaki ang akong makuha sa grupo nga 5 man dapat sila tanan?
2, sir.
2. Para na ako'y members nga 3 plus 2, it's 5. Okay? Now, I said a while ago, 3 or more. So, pwede di I serve 4 women. Pwede kaayo. Now, how many men man ako'y partner, anak?
1.
One man. And lastly, pwede all women. Like the 5 women, niya human, ayaw nilang pwede butangan og 0 man. Sir, nganong muhunong man ka sa 5 women, sir, nga pwede man 6 women, 7 women, because it is stated in the problem that the committee consists only of 5 members. So I'm gonna stop with 5. I will not like 6 women. Di na siya pwede. Okay, let's compute this now. The combination, let's start with the women. How many women are there in the club?
3, sir.
No, in the club.
7, sir.
7. There are 7 women in the club. And how many will be taken from our first scenario? 3 women. So I'm gonna be writing 3 here. Multiply this 2. Let's go to the men. How many men are there in the club?
5, sir.
5. And how many men will be taken from the first scenario?
2, sir.
2. Okay. Let's go to the second scenario. What if I want to have like 4 women? Okay? So I have now the combination. There are 7 women and I'll be taking 4 of them. Multiply this to the combination of 5 men, and I'm gonna be getting one man only. And lastly, the combination of 7 women taken 5 at a time. Now, if you want to solve this, you can, but the answer for the combination of 5 taken 0 at the time is 1. It's 1 all the time. So let's compute this, please. What is 7 combination 3 times 5 combination 2? Solve them right away. 7 combination 3, multiply it to 5 combination 2. How much is the result?
350.
350. Do the same thing with 7 combination 4 times 5 combination 1. How much is the result?
175.
175. And lastly, what is 7 combination 5?
21.
21. Now, i-add ni nako tanan. 350 plus 175 plus 21. How much do you get?
546.
546. And this will answer our problem. There will be 546 different selections for the committee. Okay? So there you go. 3. Okay. Now, let's have this one. Let's have the word at most. So this time, baliktad na ni ang word nga at most. Ganiha, when I say at least 3 women, 3 or more. When I say at most, this is 2 or less. When I say at most 2, 2 or less. So let's list down all the possibilities, the different scenarios. So these are the different possibilities. Pwede duha ka babay, pila ka laki atong pang-ibutang.
3, sir.
Okay, 2 women, 3 men. What will be the next scenario?
1 woman, sir.
1 woman, yeah, how many men?
4 men.
4. Good. And what is our last scenario? Pwede man siyang walay babay. When I say at most 2, pwedeng walay babay. So meaning, pwede
0 women.
0 women, 5 men. And I'm gonna stop there. Kaya nga naman, ang committee, 5 members naman siya. Okay. Let's use combination now. So let's start with, pila to ka women? Sir, 7. Ya, duharay kuhaon. I-multiply na ako, sir, sa men. Nga 5 ka buok. Here, I got 5 here. Nga, tuluray kuhaon, sir, from here. Next, sir, ang katong second scenario. 7, ya, usara ka buok babay ang kuhaon. Times, naay 5 ka lalaki, then 4 ka buok ang kuhaon. Next, 7, 0, 5, 5. Okay. solve this one first. The combination of 7 taken 2 at a time, multiply that to 5, combination 3. How much is the answer?
210, sir.
210. That's correct. What about the second one? 7 combination 1 times 5 combination 4.
35, sir.
35. And what about the last one? 7 combination 0, it's 1 times 5 combination 5. That will give us how much?
1, sir.
1. Okay. So, adding everything, how much do you get?
246, sir.
246. O mo ni answer sa atong problem. Okay? Na take note ha, dapat ang number diri pwede mo equal diri or mas dako. Di jud na mahitabo sa action Galileo nga kini mas dako sa number diri. It will give you an error sa calculator. Okay?